How to constantly get better. Getting better as a web designer is done through both a process and hallelujah moments. I'll talk about the second part to get started. Hallelujah moments happen when you discover a course like this one and you hear some great information for the first time. It might be a new Photoshop technique, or a new feature, or just a new perspective on things. Those trigger an aha moment, and from then on you never make the mistake of going back to your old habits. You discover something new and you implement it into your workflow. These are great experiences and I love them to death. It's similar to when you listen to a song for years and years and after all that time, you finally understand what one verse is saying, or you get an inside joke after a long time. So how do you get your fix? It's not like world-class designers are sharing their secrets every day, right? Well, here's the thing, and this brings me back to the first part, the process of getting better. Designers actually are sharing their wisdom. The problem is that A, you don't read their articles, and B, they dilute their information. Let's start with the second part again. There's loads of web design blogs and magazines out there. I mean truly great stuff like smashingmagazine.com, designtutsplus.com, webdesignerdepot.com, and that's just to name a few. These have precious information almost every day. But now the problem. You need to work. You need to put those long hours in to get the job done, the job you already have. Whether it's on a crowdsourcing website, a design agency, freelancing by yourself, etc., then you have to improve your custom graphic making skills. Then you have to learn about other stuff like Illustrator, Muse, Edge Reflow, and lots of other things. And then you have to go through loads of articles on several sites. Yes, it's a huge challenge and it takes time. But this is why it's a process. It's like going to the gym. It's like being on a diet. Results take time. And in most cases, you don't realize your progress unless you put the work in, day out for a long period of time. And even then, results may fall short. So what do? You continue the journey, adding another week and yet another week. This is how you get great at this craft. This sums up point A. Because you don't have enough time left in the day, you don't read up all those bits and pieces of information out there. To further increase the difficulty, you also have to go through lots of filler material and straight up BS. Like I said, the content is diluted or stretched. This isn't a rule, of course. I'm sure there are people out there that give it their all. I'm saying there's very little concentrated doses of knowledge web design-wise. It's more a matter of getting small, diluted doses of information and putting them all together in order to get my hallelujah moment. And let me tell you, it's not as fun. This is why I put a lot of value on my approach. I tell you to maximize your layers panel real estate because I have no doubt that's the best way to work. Those articles don't tell you that specifically. They might give you small hints about it here and there, and then, based on your own experience, you finally discover it. That's what I mean by diluted information. You go through it, and as time goes by, you put it all together and something clicks. And there you go, another hallelujah moment. That's my personal view on things. I hope I'm wrong, and I hope you'll have a different experience to me. But in case you find yourself in the same situation, know that this is all we have. If you find a website that gives you amazing content in a direct form, hit me up with an email or share it with your fellow students. But what you'll probably find out is that most designers tend to keep their best techniques to themselves, and they don't like to share their entire workflow. They might give you bits and pieces, but the hard part is to put it all together. So again, it's a process and it's the only way to constantly get better. As you may have noticed, I haven't said you should work hard, work a lot, and work intelligently. That's because it's implied. Those are the basics you should be doing day in, day out. It's easier to say than do, yes, but that's the truth. So if you simply grind away site after site and don't go through these articles, you'll be outdated in no time. By watching this tutorial, you're pushing yourself further, but you have to continue. This can't be the course to end all courses. This can't substitute thousands of articles written by hundreds of talented web designers out there. So I can't stress this enough. You have to read up constantly in order to get better. Here's a list of my favourite websites, but be sure there are others out there. Make sure you read them. And yes, some of these publish articles that have very little to do with web design in Photoshop, but you have to dig for the right information. Good luck, and remember this is one of the most important things you have to get out of this entire course. Getting better is a process accompanied by some hallelujah moments that requires constant effort to find relevant information that will help you further develop your skill.